Welcome to a noble society of young urban entrepreneurs sharing knowledge and building wealth. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
The hustle is in your bones. It runs through your veins. It's that ambition to do more, become more. You can feel it. You know you have what it takes. You know you can build a life you've been dreaming of. It's time you live up to your potential. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it goes. This is the League of Hustlers. Pull up a seat to the round table as usual. I'm your co-host HT.
And I'm CD Barnes.
And this is the League of Hustlers, where you as a member get thought-provoking strategies and actionable challenges in each and every episode. So welcome. Before we get into it, we want to remind you to share it, rate it, like it, right? Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you leave a comment, make sure you're engaged, make sure you ask questions. We're here to help. This is a league. We're here for each other. Make sure that you get involved. All right, that's first and foremost. Second, be sure to check out leagueofhustlers.com, where you can get tons of free resources, stuff that's going to help you out. We have the what do we have? We have the website checklist, right? If you have a website and you need to make sure that it's on point and that it's effective, you got the free checklist on there that you can download and boom, go down the list. We have the super social strategy. That's a tongue twister. The super social strategy, right? To help you grow your social media accounts, all right? Tons of tips in there. When's the best time to post? What type of content to post and stuff like that. That's for free too. So be sure to check out the website, leagueofhustlers.com, and check all of that stuff out. All right, what you got for them, CD?
Today, we're going to talk about dope errors.
Time out. Before we do,
Yeah.
What do we have coming up in the
Coming
future?
up.
Yeah, man.
Coming up. All right, before we get into the episode, coming up, we're going to be, and we've been talking about this in the past in episodes here or there, we're going to be doing essentially like a book club. All right, The League of Hustlers book club. We're going to be taking a few books that could really have a huge impact on your perspective or on just the way you do things. And we're going to take those books and break them down chapter by chapter. All right. And since we're going down this lane, we're going to start off with like a major book, The Science of Getting Rich. Ooh. That's going to be the first book that we dive into. We're going to break it down chapter by chapter and just kind of like, give you our insight. And then, of course, you can apply insight as well, man. We love to hear your comments and perspectives on this book. So looking forward to that, you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get those alerts whenever we drop these episodes. It's going to be real cool. Looking forward to that. That's the first book. So go ahead, and start reviewing it. Or if you haven't read it at all before, go ahead and get that. Or you can actually just find the audiobook on YouTube. You can start there for free.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. And we'll leave a link below if you don't have the book, so you can quick link to purchase it. It's a short read too. But this book, man, I told you, CD, this book is like it. When I started reading it and started applying it, it changed basically my life. Like it's a game changer, right? So don't take this lightly. For me, it was like phenomenal. And like he said, precept upon precept, we're gonna go through it, we're gonna analyze, and I'm gonna point out stuff, and he's gonna point out stuff that really speaks to each of us. All right, and I can't wait for it because I know, and I still read the book. Like it's one of those books that you just continuously read. I can't speak highly enough about it.
Right.
But it's one of those good books, so I can't wait to get that started.
Right. Absolutely. So the episode today, we're going to be talking about dope errors. All right, dope errors.
Yeah.
You're probably wondering, Dope errors. What is that? Let them know, man. Explain what a dope error is.
Yeah, so a dope error is something that happens unexpectedly, right? Something that turns out good and you didn't expect it to turn out that well, right? But in terms of hustling and in terms of the League of Hustlers and you as a hustler, this is what happens when you're pursuing a goal, right? And something adverse happens and you think that it's a mess up. You think that you ruined it. You think that it's the wrong move or the wrong outcome, but it actually ends up being dope. All right?
Right.
And that's the concept. So the whole thing came from the whole concept as we formulate this came from if you follow us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, you'll see some of the clips. We were out in an undisclosed location, all right, just vacating a little bit, and one of the people with us took a picture of me and my wife, and it didn't turn out the way that she wanted it to turn out, right? But I looked at the picture like, actually, this is a really good picture. It was really conceptual, right? It was a dope error, right? A dope error. Okay? And as I began to think about it, it's like this happens a lot, right? When you're pursuing something and you're working towards something, and then something happens and it's like, oh, I didn't mean for that to happen. But you actually look at it and like, oh, that was actually a blessing in disguise, or that was actually a dope error. Like it ended up working. And maybe I should post a picture. Like it turned out really great. So anyway, she took a picture. The lighting was off. It didn't light us up, but it was lighting in the background that was really bright, and it made like this really cool silhouette type of technique, which is actually a photography technique, and I'm a photographer. So when I saw it, I'm like, yo, this is actually tight, but the photographer didn't realize it. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up the picture. I'm like, no, this is actually good. But check out the picture. We're going to put it like right here. Yeah, there it is. So it turned out really well. But anyway, that's what a dope error is. And we want to just break this down so that, because it happens a lot, and we want to analyze this and break it down so that you can understand what to do when this happens and how to realize the opportunities in this.
So with that being said, key point number one is that experience is the best teacher. All right? Let the experiences that you encounter along the way, even whether you're new in your craft or your industry, or whether you've been in it for a little while now.
Yeah.
Let your experiences teach you and learn to grow from those. All right. Just like in H's example, man. Was this a new photographer? Was she new to the trade of photography? Or
she's fairly new. Yep.
Right. So it's like, to her, she probably felt like, man, this is a terrible mistake. I'm sorry I'm wasting your time.
Right.
But it turns out that this is now like, one of your favorite shots. Out of the whole photo shoot. So it's like, learn from your experiences and just learn to take that information and use it to grow. That's key point number one. All right. So and that kind of leads right into key point number two. Don't get discouraged.
Right.
Don't get discouraged. When things happen and it may not turn out the way that you thought, there's still an opportunity in there, even whether it's a learning experiences or whether it's something that's actually salvageable and usable. It's
exactly. Exactly. And the thing about it is that if you were new, like she's fairly new to the industry and she's learning. And so when she saw it, she kind of got a little discouraged, like, oh man, I'm sorry. She was apologizing, like, I can't get the lighting right. And it's like, okay, like I get it, let me see it. And then I'm looking at it trying to fix the setting, like the flash wasn't firing for some reason, one or another. Maybe for this episode, right? Maybe that this is going to help someone, and maybe this is going to reach someone and really allow them to understand, to look past, you know, the mishaps and the misfortunes and the errors that happen along the path towards your goal, you know. But if we just change our perspective, right? So I started going back through the pictures, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, this is a good picture, you know. And what I did, I took it and I tweaked it, you know, after the fact, you know, days later once we got back, and I tweaked it a little. After a few minor tweaks, it ended up, like you said, being one of the best pictures that came out from the whole shoot. But if she had have let that discouragement get to her, she could have deleted that picture right then and there. You see what I'm saying? She could have been like, oh, I don't like that one. Delete. And, you know, we wouldn't have the awesomeness that was, created in that moment. So understand that, number one, to the first point, experience is the best teacher. When you take action, that's what this is all about. That's how we started League of Hustlers. It's about taking that first step. It's about stepping out there, right? Then point two, don't get discouraged along your way. It's a process. It's a journey. Keep going. It's okay. You're going to slip. You're going to fall. We were talking to someone in the group and on Facebook. Make sure you're in there. And they had mentioned, like, thanks for, you know, the stuff that we're providing, the information we're providing in the episodes. And, you know, one of the biggest things that they're learning is to not try to be perfect all the time. Like, you can't, no one is perfect. No one can reach ultimate perfection. We understand that, but everyone can try, right? You as a hustler, you try, you get to it, you go get it. And that's what it's all about. You can figure it out along the way. And that's what I replied, like, dude, yeah, you're gonna slip, you're gonna fall, you're gonna stumble. Just go ahead and get that in your mind. Go ahead and pack you some Band-Aids. Go ahead and pack you some, you know, some Neosporin and some peroxide and some alcohol, because you know that you're going to slip, you're gonna fall. You're going to have to, you know, dust yourself off. So understand that going in, right? Prepare for that going in. Know that you're going to make some mistakes. All right. But don't get discouraged by it. Right. And the third thing, the third low key that we want to relate to you all is to be on the lookout for these silver linings. All right. Be on the lookout for this stuff. Be on the lookout for, you know, these amazing creations that you're going to do. Be on the lookout for the random connections that are going to happen. Be on the lookout for the random networks that you're going to build. Like, you know, we were talking earlier about, what were you saying about, you know, just being in a certain place, you know, you may not have even intended on it happening, but running across the right person, bam. And that's that one piece to the puzzle, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. That, and then too, it's just that perspective piece. Just remain a student. Remain a student. You know what I mean? As you're going along and as you're moving along throughout this trial and error process, because that's what it is. It's a process. As you're moving through the process, if you keep your mindset as, you know, to be a student and just be willing to learn from everyone and every experience that you encounter,
right?
Whether you see it as a positive or a negative, it doesn't matter. It's something that you can actually learn from,
right?
And that's kind of where you need to be at mentally, and then you can use all of this stuff as tools to help push you forward towards your goal. And throughout that process, you will encounter, you know, people along the way. You'll end up running into, you know, you never know what purpose something could serve. It may seem like this was an error or whatever, but it just may be the thing just to lead you to connecting with this new person,
right?
That may propel you, you know, push you in a totally different direction. So just be open, be a student, and just be mindful of everything that's happening. It's a part of the process. Appreciate it, accept it for what it is, positive or negative, and just be willing to grow from it.
Yeah,
be willing to grow from it, man. That's it.
That's it. You should expect good things to happen.
Exactly.
Expect it, right? If you're going for your goal, right? Expect amazing things to happen on the way, because I promise you it will happen. Like random stuff. It'll happen. So you should expect it. Look for it. Right? Look for the cool, look for the dope stuff that pops up. Right? You can't don't be so focused on the goal that you block everything else out. Right? You're digging for diamonds, and you're looking for a sparkly diamond, and you're digging for diamonds, but you don't realize that you're digging through gold. And it's specks of gold all around you, right?
All around.
So look for the amazing things to happen. Expect the silver lining to pop up. All right? Because I promise you, it will. It definitely will when you go get it. And that's what we're all about. Go get it.
Go get it. With that, I think it's time for the challenge.
Indeed it is. Indeed
ready for the challenge?
Go ahead and lead it off, man. Kick it out.
You already know, man. This is a podcast about action, all right? With every episode, we want to give you something to walk away with, something that you can implement into your business, into your lifestyle, into your hustle, into your daily grind.
Yeah, man.
All right? The challenge for this episode is going to be find ways, okay, to take your current experiences and learn from them. What's happened to you in the last week?
Right.
What's happened to you in the last month?
Sure.
What's happened to you in the last 6 months?
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was going with this. What's happened to you in the last 6 months? All right. If you're watching this in 2020, I know you've had something occur within your life. Right. Everybody on the planet has been affected by COVID-19 at this point.
It's crazy.
But how it's affected your life, just take that for an example. How can you learn from that? How can you grow from that? What experiences have you had, positive or negative, and how can you use that as fuel to kind of push you forward to the next level? So that's your challenge for this episode, man. Look back at those experiences. Yesterday, last week, last month, last 6 months, year to date. Find something in there. Find those nuggets in there. Find those opportunities, those hidden gems, and find ways to pull them into your positivity bag, into your hustle, and ways that you can implement it and actually get something out of it.
Right.
That's your challenge.
That's a good challenge, man. That's a good challenge. Expect good stuff to happen. Expect it. As always, feel free to hit us up. questions@leagueofhustlers.com. Connect with us. Subscribe to YouTube. That's big. Make sure you subscribe so you know when a new episode drops, especially with the new stuff that we have coming. We have as he said earlier, we got the book club that's going to be popping off with some amazing books, and also some amazing interviews coming up too. All right, and we're going to segment this thing out, and we're going to create like smaller series and just kind of organize it a different way. So please be sure that you subscribe to YouTube. Make sure you join the Facebook group. Make sure you connect with us on Instagram. All right? And definitely check out the merch. We created it just for you, to remind you to commit to the hustle, endure until the end, and triumph against all odds. This has been another production of the League of Hustlers. I'm HT.
I'm CD Barnes.
And we're out. But you make sure that you go get it.